So today we're going to be tying the Christmas tree Chironomid.
Ooh yeah, that's good shine.
And that is the Christmas tree Chironomid. See if this will catch a fish.
Joe is on. Joe, what are you using? Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, he's nice.
Nice one.
It's not huge, but fish on, man. I'm mad because I missed the last two and finally hooked this one, so.
What do you think it is, Joe?
Got a good fight. If I had to guess, I'd say it's the cutthroat trout.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Those are pretty hard to catch.
Oh yeah. Extremely rare.
Nice.
Here it comes. Look, I'm gonna get hooked in the face sitting at this angle, but come on. I'm a little cutty. Got it. Beauty. Nice cut. Beautiful. Perfect. Joe is on fire right now. Cutty bonanza. Nice. Seems like he's coming in a little quicker than the last one. No. Yeah. I definitely set my drag more loose than I usually do.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
Come here, little guy. Here he comes. Almost there. Moving on to the same size as the last one. It's good fight. Nice. Alright. Sweet, baby.
That's gonna be a better picture. Let me get a pic.
Alright, man. They really like those. Ready? Just got them off. Beauty. There goes. Another day. Nice. That's good.
Beautiful. Let's see that bug. Oh, it's looking a little muddy, but.
Oh, what happened? It's a little dirty and mucky, but it works. Does the trick. Buddy, chill, chill. There he goes. All right. Alright, Phil's on. What you using out there, guy?
Christmas tree Chironomid.
Hey, that's the fly of choice.
Yeah, use that net, not your crust walnut.
I like my net. Does it feel decent?
It's probably the same size as yours.
I did notice when you're using like tube jigs off the bottom, those are the big ones.
Yeah.
A lot of the ones that hit the flies are still nice, but
Yeah, you tend to get little guys. This guy's decent. I'd say probably bigger than this, actually.
okay.
Sorry to steal your fun.
Just so you know, for reference, 750. It's a good time.
750 back.
They're starting to hit.
How many seconds?
It doesn't say. It's not that close.
It was.
backing up. Oh, that's a nice one, yeah. That's a little football. That's a good size. Wow. Good catch, dude. Good catch. No, it's still in there. You want to get a shot of that one? That's got good color on it. Beauty. He's using a Chironomid that's a little brighter. I got a little darker shade on, but as you can see that bug. Yeah, that's a little brighter red. Sorry, the peacock's a little messed up. That's fine. But let's get this fish in the water. It's a nice cutthroat. Nice cutthroat. Oh man. Okay, buddy. Alright, so today we're going to be tying the Christmas tree Chironomid. This thing is beast, especially in the spring. So the materials we're using today, we've got a pre-cut piece of red stretch tubing. The hook we're using today is a size 14 curved Daiichi hook. This is a heavy wide gape scud style. And for the white fluff, you can use a white bead, but I like to use the fluff. I think it looks a lot more natural to what the bug actually looks like. And then for the kind of the neck or the wing casing, we're gonna use a peacock herl. Typically you only need one of these. If you wanna make it really thick, you can do two, but I usually only do one. And then our thread is going to be a maroon ultra thread. And that's a really nice color. That's like, I think using maroon with the stretch tubing gives it a darker red. It looks really good when it's done. So first, you're just gonna get your hook set in there. Okay, and the bead we're using today is a red, just a red colored bead. There's a metallic 2.4 millimeter bead. So it's decently large. Just matches the hook. So before we even tie the bead in though, we're gonna tie the white fluff at the tip, right? That's going to be the head of the fly. Get this wire set in here. Get this thread. And it's easier to do the white fluff, I think, if you just tie your thread in first and then you go. You kind of got an anchor to go from. So. Snip off that excess. And you're gonna get your bead, you're gonna have to string your bead over the top of this, so you always wanna make sure you're getting that excess covered up nice so that bead slides up a little easier. Then you're gonna whip finish. Just a few wraps, you don't have to go crazy. I actually only need like 3 or 4 for that part. Gonna snip her off. So that, the whole point of that is so you can slide the bead on and then start again. Just take that bead and you're gonna put her on there. There we go. Okay, so there. So the bead's on and the white fluff is coming out the top. That's what you want. You can always trim it down at the end. So now is the fun part. So we're gonna just get that thread back on there, close to that head, and try to get a nice smooth body going.
Get a good taper on there.
You can use a bright red thread if you want. I just really like the color that this maroon gives it. It just looks really nice when it's finished. It's like a darker tint.
Try to get that nice and even taper on the body.
I typically only go to about where the hook starts to bend. And that's when we tie in this red stretch tubing. Sometimes that's annoying, trying to get that last little piece there. Give a nice little body taper there.
Get
Now that that's tied in, we're gonna do our wraps with this. It's not too difficult. Just gotta keep them even and touching. Okay, and you can go to the head if you want, but I usually don't because that's where your peacock curl is gonna go. So now you can just tie this red stretch tubing off. I didn't even use that much, and look at how much left over there was. So honestly, like 2.5, 3 inches for this size bug is really all you'd need. Okay, now that that's tied in good, I'm gonna flip the bug over and snip off. Just pull that up a little bit and then cut it decently low, and it's gone. All set. So now, one of the last steps is getting that peacock hurl. So for this, I usually like to do just one. Ooh, yeah, that's good shine. And I usually like to, it's up to you. You can tie it towards the end, you can tie it towards the tip. I don't really care. I guess I do both ways. But basically you're gonna take this peacock curl, and it's nice if you can wedge it underneath that bead. It's not the end of the world if you don't though. I used a little too much thread on the head, so there's not much space, but that's okay. See that hanging down there? I just want to make sure I got a good anchor. Okay, let's snip that. Okay, so now the biggest part with this when you're wrapping it is you want to have that shiny side showing. So there's a dull side and there's a shiny side, and you want to make sure that shiny side's on the outward face. So just kind of play around with it. Does that look better? Or does that look better? I think this way is good. This is what we want. This peacock curl is very delicate sometimes. And you can kind of start to see why they call this the Christmas tree Chironomid. It's got those beautiful red, green, and white colors. Yeah, this is definitely the most delicate part of the fly, so you want to make sure this is tied in good. And you can snip that up. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And let's get 4. 4. Okay. Okay, so now I'm just gonna trim up the white fluff. And I don't know, this is a little long. I would say I'm not very good with measurements, like in terms of millimeters and centimeters, but usually you don't need that much flowing out the top.
Just get those stragglers. Yeah, that's really all you need, just a tiny bit of that fluff.
Yep. Get some UV resin now for the head, just so that thread doesn't come undone. It's just a nice touch. Helps your flies stay from unraveling. If you guys ever want to learn something about your flies unraveling, we got a video for that. Link is in the description. So I literally only have a tiny bit of resin. You don't want to go too crazy with it because I don't want that to get on those feathers. It's looking pretty good. All right, now we're gonna smack it with that UV light. I don't know if this helps, but I like to do this. Just let that light really hit it. Usually 20 seconds is what I do. You don't need that much. Boom, that's it. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is your Christmas Chironomid. Fluff coming out the top, so that'll be perfect. And that is the Christmas tree Chironomid. See if this will catch a fish.